What is so unique about our program content? First and foremost, our objective is to teach you the principles, practices and processes of this application. As I mentioned earlier, e-procurement is a fairly recent science. 15 years ago, probably it didn't exist, or if it did, it was probably among very few companies. But today, you don't need to be a global company, you don't need to be a very large multinational company. Even a simple practice of an individual who is the proprietor of a company can very well enjoy the benefits of e-procurement. That's what it brings to the table. We are not biased towards any particular vendor or any particular application software. As I mentioned earlier, our principal objective would be to teach you the principles, the practices and the processes associated with e-procurement. Now, this foundational knowledge will give you the ability to work with any vendor's program with very little startup support. What will you be able to do with that knowledge that you are going to learn? First, you will master the vendor acquisition process associated with the item that you want to procure by using e-procurement tools. Okay, many people are under a mistaken impression that the larger your supplier base, the better your chances of getting the best deal. Not necessarily true, because not only that it depends on what you wish to buy, but sometimes strength is not necessarily in numbers, but strength is more so in ability. So how do you choose the vendor that you want? You obviously have to develop a mechanism, a formula, a science by which you will assign a weightage in order to be fair, transparent and give the best of the chances for all people to compete unequivocally. So you will have to design a way in which to weight to the particular responses in order to gain and categorize the people that you want to do business with. Then you bring them to the auction table where actually the discovery of a price point like L1 or the lowest bidder emerges. So how do you design a bid process? Of course, you're going to be using tools like ERFX, which stands for Electronic Request for X. X is an interchangeable value of information proposal. It could be quotation and the like. Then you pre-qualify your vendors, bring them to the auction table. You now define the e-reverse auction. What are the bid rules? And then how do you select which type of auction should be subjected for this particular category of things that you want? Sometimes the formula that you choose, the auction that you choose may not be so universal. For example, you may choose a particular set of rules, a certain type of auction to buy power generator sets, as compared to if you are looking for a contractor who's going to build you, let's say, a canteen. Because the activities, the categories, the work, the resources, the material resources associated with the contract, a building contract work is a lot different to buying a physically defined item like a power gen set. So the variation needs to be managed. And finally, how will you successfully manage that event? Event is equal to the transaction, the purchase transaction, where all the bidders bid against each other in order to give you the best price discovery.